Y'all know what the fuck it is and what the fuck it ain't.
Yo, let them know who we got on camera. Where you from, my boy?
Man, what's the word, man? It's your man Chris Barnes, man. East Side's finest. I'm rocking with my man XmanReeko. What it do?
Most definitely.
What's up?
How would you describe you as a kid in your childhood?
Man, my childhood was pretty. It was good. It was good. It was a good childhood. You just seen a lot on the East Side. You know what I'm saying? So like, you ain't realize that you saw a lot of stuff. It was just normal life. So I think childhood was good, man. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, parks, and all that stuff. It was decent.
Did you ever get a chance to like go on the West Side at all when you was younger?
Hell no.
Hell
no.
Check that out.
I ain't check out the West Side till I was like 15, man. It was a little, man. I had met a little slide over there, bro. And I was like 15. I was at Hyde Park. I cut class to go to K-Town. That was my first time out west, bro. That shit was insane, man. It was literally the Wild Wild West, man. Like, for real.
I like how you put that. So even though you didn't have a lot of experiences out west, just the little time that you went out there, can you say you could tell the differences between East Side and out west? Because a lot of people ask that. They ask me all the time, what's the differences, bro, between up north, out south, woo woo? So it'd be good to have another opinion on just what you think about the different sides.
You know what, man? This is cause now I be out west, bro. I be out west a lot. And there's no difference between the east side and the west side. Like K-Town and 79th, the exact same thing. Hyde Park, and then what's that suburb y'all got out there, the southwest suburb? Maywood, the damn near same thing. I'ma just say this: the west side gets the money, bro. Like the west side gonna get that paper, bro. Y'all gonna get that money, and I feel like the south and the east side, this where the shooters is. But like it be shit going on out west too, though. Don't get me wrong. Like if you look at Spot News and shit, you definitely see it be stuff going on out there. It's just y'all more like money orientated, you know what I'm saying? Get the bag, though. So
Most definitely. Another question I had to ask, like you said, there's no difference between east and the south. But a person like me growing up out west, I didn't know the difference between the east and the south side. So I guess since I got older, the south side the east side is like straight to the lake, right? Is that how it goes? Like what's the differences? Not far as like how the community is, but like
right.
What is like I want to say the quote unquote the state line for out east and out south?
Alright, so look, I'm gonna tell you this cause I rock with you, Reeko. I'm gonna tell you this. Alright, this is the first time the east side nigga gonna say this. There's technically no such thing as the east side, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we had to give ourselves some sort of distinction from Stony to the lake, man. Cause if you can't walk to the lake, bro, you're not east side. I know people gonna get mad at me, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, but we needed some type of way to give ourselves some distinction from just like south and west side, you know what I'm saying? So like that's how like we made our own side of town, bro, and then we kind of started our own little lingo and shit like that. So, we invented that shit, that east side shit, man.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm glad I never knew that. Yeah. I swear I never knew that. You never knew that. That's wrong, my boy. That's wrong. But coming up though, since like a shorty, pretty much, did you know you always wanted to entertain people like in the long run, or what was your goals as a kid?
Man, you know what, bro? And I'm not saying this to sound like cocky, because it's just like the truth. Like, I knew it was going to get to this point, bro. Like, I just thought it was going to be sooner. So, like, when it didn't happen, I just kind of gave up and just got to be like a normal person. But then the stars lined up and then just stuff happened, bro. And people started paying attention. So, it ain't nothing I can do about it now, you know?
I like that. Yeah. But I got to ask this question to you, my boy. With you being the most definite OG Chicago native. With drugs being a major problem in the city, how did drugs affect your family, if at all?
Man, I'm gonna keep it. You got some good questions, bro. So I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. Like drugs saved my family, and then it destroyed my family, bro. Like that's the best way I could put it. Cause like when that shit was jumping, bro, like I mean it was just money hand over fist, bro. But then like when the feds came in, and then like man, my OGs started smoking that shit, and it was, I ain't gonna lie, it was worth it, but it wasn't worth it at the same time. Like, when it was good, bro. When it was bad, that shit got tough, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man that used to give you like $1,000 is stealing your bike now, bro. Like, that shit was real, bro. Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. That's the best way you put it, man. Yeah, I swear to God. Like, the man that used to give you $1,000 stealing your bike. Shit. Wow. That's the best way to put it, man.
Yeah.
That was a good answer. But growing up in the city, did you ever look at like sports as a way out?
Yeah, I tried to do the baseball thing, man, and honestly, I had I could've, I hate saying coulda, shoulda, but like I was on the radar to get a little sports scholarship for baseball. But you know, growing up, you poor, you got to make a decision. So it's like I ain't want to touch drugs, so I just got a job early and just kind of worked, bro. So I had to put my baseball dreams on hold, but I had them hands, bro. I definitely had them hands in the field.
That's something real you never really hear about a young black man doing baseball, man. How was that experience compared to other sports like football and basketball?
You know what? It was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, because I went to Hyde Park, so being there, like, doing baseball in Hyde Park was equivalent to being, like, it was a chess team of sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't get the girls playing baseball, you know what I'm saying? The hoopers and the football people got the girls. But I feel like baseball kind of, it kept me out the way a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It showed me, like, unity, it showed me teamwork, discipline, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that. So I appreciate the baseball team, man, definitely.
Most definitely. Most YouTubers, including myself, you know what I'm saying, used to rap at one point, low key.
Yeah.
But like, when did that become a dream of yours, if you did rap, and when did you figure out that wasn't gonna be the way?
Man, like, okay, I did like every other YouTuber, I definitely used to rap, man. When I had, so I had dropped this mixtape on live mixtapes. I dropped the mixtape on live.
You dropped the mixtape?
Yeah, I dropped the mixtape and shit. I dropped the mixtape. Man, my homie Kryptonite produced it. He was actually one of Louis' like top producers, you know what I'm saying? So he produced the entire mixtape. Like when the tape was about to drop, man, my brother passed. It was like 2012, so my brother passed, my sister passed, and like my cousin passed, all in the same, like it was 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? So like I dropped the tape, but then after that, it was just a whole bunch of stuff that kind of distracted me. So like I had to put rap on the back burner, and then Kryptonite low-key lost his mind. Man, he killed his father and shit, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I just think like, I felt like it wasn't meant for me to go down the rap path. I felt like if I went down the rap path, I could have like lost my life, because a lot of people during that time got tricked out the streets rapping, bro. That's just facts, you know what I'm saying? That clout, like, it's like coke, bro.
It's a dangerous drug. It's kind of a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed too, my boy, I seen you sitting in the truck for a couple of your videos.
Yeah.
Is that something that you do right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely a truck driver, man. You know, you keep on trucking, man. I definitely do my trucking thing. So yeah.
It's a lot of money. I try to get my CDLs.
It can, you know, it is a lot of money. It can be a lot of money if you want to like really, really commit to it, and like you can make a lot of money off of trucking. You know what I'm saying? You can't like. I more so just use it as a springboard to what we trying to do right now. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely keep the lights on, man. It keep the lights on. Keep food in the fridge and shit. So I appreciate it. I appreciate trucking, but it's just tough. It's a tough job, bro.
Yeah. What would it take for you to do YouTube full time?
Man, shit, a YouTube check. Man, if they give me like, I ain't gonna lie, if I can make not even the same amount, if I settle, you know what I'm saying, I'll take a little $10,000 pay cut. If I can make the same amount I'm making right now, I'll do YouTube full time. You know what I'm saying? Because I think what we doing here is bigger than like rap. I think it's really like gonna bring some unity and some type of sense to the city. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see myself doing YouTube full time.
I agree. That's what's up, because I most definitely see it coming for you, my boy.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. You too.
But one interview that stuck out to me was that Azie Faison interview, man. That's a street legend. Like, he is a street legend. How'd that come about, though?
Man, one of my moderators, bro, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Queen Lotus 126. She played it super cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just watched and observed for like 2 months. And then she hit me up and she was like, man, I like what you're doing. I like how you carrying yourself, and I like the message you got to the city. You know, she said like, I've been waiting on this. I want to bring Azie on your show. And when she said it, I'm like, all right, cool. Cause you know, people be saying that type of shit all the time. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she called me the next day, like, you with it? I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. This and that. She's like, all right, get your questions ready. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got the questions ready, because you always want to be ready, but a part of me still thought it was cap. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Azie ain't finna come on this small ass YouTube channel. So she like, all right, I want you to call Azie at 12 o'clock. So I called Azie, it went straight to voicemail. I'm like, man, I knew this was some fake ass shit, you know what I'm saying? So like, I called her, I'm like, he ain't picking up the phone. She like, hold on 1 second. So about an hour came, she like, give him a call. So like, I'm like, all right, cool. So I called her back. I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous and shit, because this Ace Boogie, you know what I'm saying? This AK giving to my man Ace Boogie and shit. So I'm like, I called him, he picked up the phone, he like, hello. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of like an aura around that shit. It kind of like, it was crazy. So I'm like, yeah, I got this interview. He like, all right, read me the questions and shit. So like, it was crazy reading him the questions, you know what I'm saying? Like, he like, what you want to ask? And he like, all right, I answer that. But he was a cool dude, man. It worked out, man. Shout out to Azie.
Well, definitely shout out Azie, man.
Yeah.
Azie himself. But who would you say be your favorite interview on the show? I feel like that's the one. You got it.
Man, my favorite interview on the show, believe it or not, y'all, is 071 Wody. That was
a good interview.
That's my favorite interview because, like, we had history prior to the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Pakistan, I did some shit that they didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So like, everybody kept asking about what's going on with you and Wody. What's going on with you and Wody? So like, we had to talk, link up, and then shit. You know, it just happened naturally. And shout out to 071 Wody too, man. I think he gonna do some big things in the music industry, though. For real.
Oh, definitely. Are you rapping as well?
Yeah, man. He rap. He got bars too, bro. He got some bars.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Who haven't you worked with yet that you're trying to get on the show?
All right, look, you know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Shark on Land, if you watching this, man, bring your ass on the show, man.
Hey, man.
I got my popcorn ready and everything, gang. Get on the show, bro.
Cheddar cheese flavor.
You feel me? Yeah, so I'm trying. I want to work with Shark on Land, bro, because I feel like he on the same vibe we on. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, I agree with you. When would you say you two really became an idea for you? Because you've been doing it real quick.
Man, bro, you two, that George Floyd. I ain't gonna lie, that George Floyd shit kind of sparked something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was feeling something, but you really couldn't express it because everybody was so isolated. So when I seen that, I just put it on the phone and it went up. So and since then, that's what it's been. So I originally started doing politics. I wasn't really doing like Chicago hip hop.
Okay, that's a nice little transition.
Right.
But I see you doing them interviews now and all that. But like, what was your first type of content like that you were trying to put out?
Man, my first type of content I was trying to put out was like
really promoting.
Really, what I was really promoting was like I used to do the music on YouTube, so that's what I was really promoting. So when I got back into it, I really, honestly, y'all, I wasn't promoting nothing. Like I did the Candace Owens video, and then it went up, and then I did that DJ Academics video, and it went up. But I really wasn't promoting it. I was just telling people how I felt. But like when I was back in the day when I was promoting it, nobody would watch it. But I haven't been promoting it. People just been watching the shit.
Yeah, that's how you know it's genuine.
Yeah,
that's how you
yeah.
know it's organic when people just come out the blue that you ain't even expect.
Right.
But what would you say you even get your style of YouTube from if you have anybody that you even look up to like that?
Shit, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna get this my style. I'm a style of YouTube. Like I'm gonna say it's a mixture of Tommy Sotomayor with DJ Academics, and I do that on purpose. Now check it out though. Now, and this ain't no cap though. I mixed in a little bit of XmanReeko in the joint because yeah, bro, like you was doing the drive-throughs. So like by me being over east, I'm like I just walked through. You know what I'm saying? So like you actually did, man. If I ain't see your channel, my shit probably would have stayed stagnant though. So it's funny how we actually linked up.
Yeah, that's love, my boy. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. That's why I appreciate that, man. And that's why I'm reaching out to you now, man, because you're a genuine dude. I appreciate that. That's love. Another thing too, I seen you on Street News TV, got that little relationship going on. How that come about? Cause he rock with everybody.
Street man, like cut E-Way cutting up Cleezy is like one of his supporters that been rocking with him for day one. And Cleezy jumped on one of the first interviews, and him and SN got a relationship. So he told SN like check out my channel, and SN checked it out, and like he was rocking with it. So I appreciate SN for the support. SN a real dude, man. He a real dude.
I think I heard him say, but he did like 10 years too.
Damn, I ain't know. He did, yeah?
I think I heard him say that. I don't want to throw out the wrong information, but Street News, if you're watching, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and clear that up for me. My bad if it's wrong. But was there ever like a time, because I know I came across this in the beginning, a time that you wanted to give up on your YouTube career as far as commentating?
Bro, like once a week, bro. Yesterday. Yeah.
Same here too. Same here. My boy, he ain't never lied. But was there ever a time when you was younger that the game curiosity crossed your mind? Was there ever a time when you thought about actually joining the game?
Well, you know what? The funny thing is, guys, the thought of gangbanging actually never crossed my mind because I grew up in a house full of gang members, you know what I'm saying? So like everybody in my house, I grew up in a very gang infested house. So like I had a chance to, I seen a lot of shit. So when I grew up, honestly, like, I was one of them kids, and I know that's like, maybe it was God, like, I didn't have to, like, I wasn't worried about games because the games was more so like infatuated with like my family, if they make any sense. So like, yeah, so like they wouldn't even have let me join the gang if I wanted to.
I see what you mean. I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
that was definitely. But one thing I gotta ask too, man. You know, people always want to say, how can we stop the violence? In my opinion, I don't see it slowing down no time soon because its roots tied to the violence. But what do you think can be an option to at least slow it down? At least at that.
You know what? And it ain't, alright, fuck it. This is just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stop the violence, you're going to have to meet violence with violence, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is, because you dealing with a small group of people that don't want to let stuff go. And then majority of us is ready to move on, you know what I'm saying? So like, if they not trying to fall in line with what we got to do, then I ain't saying like kill them or nothing, but no buts. I ain't saying take nobody's life away. I'm just saying like, you can do things to make it where they can never shoot a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can break their thumbs. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that way they ain't gonna never shoot, and then they got their life in, they ain't gonna kill nobody.
I like that. I mean, violence. That's that Malcolm X approach. You know, we tired of Martin Luther. I understand the dream, but the dream ain't great. Everybody, it's rough. It's a rough area.
You dealing with a different element. You dealing with some
as far as
real,
Chicago, yeah, it's like not even global violence. Just as far as Chicago violence. It's like people don't understand how we even live it. Like, how is it us three people in the room today when it's this many people died a year? But I feel like if you just mind your business, you'll be good. You stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. Another thing too, I feel like, how do you feel about like people who start with the kids? Do you think trying to show the youth something different while they're young, that might lead to a different outcome in the future?
I 100% agree with you. Like, a lot of times, you really do have to start with the children, because like, we already got our minds made up. So it is, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, you do have to focus on like the 13-year-olds and under, because like, that be the time where like, should I join the street shit or should I go straight? So you definitely you have to instill in the youth, you know, the consequences of the streets, because I mean, we all know the consequences, and it's never good. So if you show them that, then they're, you know, the youth listen, bro. They actually listen to us, believe it or not.
Most definitely, especially as older people.
Right.
Has it ever been a time where you almost lost your life in this city that we love so much?
Not nobody trying to take my life personally. Like, I may have been around at the wrong time, if that make any sense. Like, maybe somebody was on one of the guys' ass or something like that. But like,
wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, a few people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done had to run away from a couple of gunshots and shit. But it ain't like, I can count the times on one hand, if that make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers have definitely done shot at my house, man. They done shot at my grandma and all type of shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, man. I did that. But we was talking about this off camera a little bit with different YouTubers and stuff. Yeah. How you feel about out-of-towners covering Chicago topics?
Man. All right, look. I'ma just answer, man, because, you know, we all Chicago guys. I can't cap it. I don't like it. I really don't like it, because it's like, you really don't, like, they really don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like it, you know what I'm saying? People do it. So it's like, if you're gonna do it, just be genuine with it, and don't use us, you know what I'm saying? Don't use us, and then once you get to where you need to go, like, forget about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. That'd be my whole thing with it, you know?
I agree. That makes perfect sense. Academics.
Facts.
It's dirty. But what advice would you give up-and-coming YouTubers that's trying to do what we doing right now?
Man, just do it. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but just like, because you gonna start off with an idea. Like, I started out doing politics. Like, I really thought I was gonna like change some political shit, you know, but it turned out to be some music. So you always start off with something, and then like your path gets directed how it get directed. So.
Man, I gotta say, my boy, you ended 2020 with a bang. That Azie interview knocked it out the waters, you know. And I don't see ain't nobody else in the city tried to even really do that, reach out of town and mess with even a legend like that. That was a good connection. What you got planned for 2021? I know it's some of these bigger.
Man, bro, like, you know what? Like, I be talking to my homie all the time. Like, shout out Jeff, man. Like, the crazy thing is, bro, it's no plan. Like I have no plans. Like it's just really, I'm just going with what's going on, man. Like people always gravitate to the real shit, so we just gonna keep it. We gonna keep it 1,000 and then see who wanna jump down, bro. That's about it.
Oh, definitely, man. One more question before we get up out of here, my boy. I feel you can't pick sides. You know, when you're a YouTuber, when you're a blogger in our positions as far as Chicago. But you know, I grew up watching Duck. I watched Duck grow up, and Von hit the way he caught the catapult. You know what I mean? The word with C. We just gonna go with that.
The C word.
Exactly. The way he used the C word to get to his position of fame, that really like amazing. But which death would you say affected Chicago culture the most?
Man,
just the way people think in Chicago now.
That's a really tough question, and I'm gonna tell you, that's a tough question, cause you know what, I want to say Duck, because like Duck was just the epitome of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say Duck. You get what I'm saying? Like when Von died though, like, cause I didn't think I would care when Von died. I ain't gonna lie to you, but when Von died, bro, that shit really fucked me up.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit fucked me up, and it was crazy because I didn't think I would care. So it's hard to say, man, cause like Von took the shit global. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually it got to the point where he got bigger than Duck. You know what I'm saying? Like Duck ain't get to that national level, but Duck just had the heart of the streets. So like I can't really say, man. Like I mean, long live Duck and long live Von, man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I just feel like Duck death showed us we could die anywhere in the city. A lot of people don't think it. Some people get too comfortable. Just never get too comfortable in Chicago, man.
Never get too comfortable. Never.
Most definitely, man. Hey, look, though, I appreciate it, my boy, XmanReeko in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
just
sir.
held it down, man. This is probably, man, one of my most favorite link ups so far. We linked up twice.
Likewise.
There's gonna be more to come, my boy.
Yes, man. Hey, shout out my man XmanReeko, man. Man, I appreciate you stopping by. You know, ain't nobody doing pull-ups and doing interviews like this, man. Shout out my man XmanReeko.
Most definitely, man. Love, my boy. We out.
Love.
Alright, there we go.
That was a dope ass interview.
Man, appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That was smooth,
Yeah.